This is Richard back at you. We got Gabriel's 4060E in his early model Chevy pickup all the way from Kansas. It's got a LS swap, big cam, really nasty sounding truck. So I'm not sure if the training's been built before, but we're going to go through it, put all of our good stuff in it, about a 3,000 stall, and really beef this thing up really nice. So
yes, sir.
I think it's stock. Let's see. Got a stock torque converter in it. TLC in.
TLCX.
X. Okay, I can see it had a little glare there.
You're good. You're good.
But looks original. Now this fluid is just cherry red.
It didn't move at all. We had to pull it in. Uh oh. Let me get in there. Well, heck, there's no fluid came out of the converter at all.
Oh, that's why I plumb out up here.
Hold on. Let me see the carnage.
Looky here.
Oh, man.
No converter's all messed up on the hub right there.
What was the spacing like on the flywheel and stuff? Was it real bad?
That's really good. If you come here and look at the O-ring, it's cut in half.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't know where the other piece was. So I bet the pump's just totally destroyed. Doesn't look painted or anything like that. Doesn't really look like it's ever been apart.
Looks original.
Looks all original. So,
got some pretty blue fittings in it.
yes, sir. Let's get this thing apart and see what it looks like. Now, this thing was leaking out the yoke really bad, and I'm not sure if it had a cup on it, but it actually does. So these cups are physically designed for the yoke to slide up into it and stop it from leaking fluid at the little weep hole. There is a seal in here. Let me get that seal out of there if I can.
I think it got out of it. Wait, it just went up it.
Did it? Let me try to pull this off. There we go. Here's this seal right here. Usually this seal gets really hard. It gets squared up instead of round. See how flat it is all the way around? That's almost tore there. See that?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's-
gosh,
that's-
look at all the cake.
That's the grease. I thought it was tore, but it's just flat on the edges, so it never seal. So that's one reason why they leak out the little weep hole in the back of the yoke. Now we're going to be putting a Corvette Servo in here too, so it's going to be getting all of the bells and whistles. Now we're not going to put any billet shafts or anything like that. He says he's not going to drag race it much.
Much. I love how you put that in there.
Much.
Much. I think it's a stage 4, milled heads, ported. I mean, it's a really good sounding
Really
truck.
sounds really nice. And I believe they have done some tuning on the tranny part of it, and we're going to be changing all that up too.
Yes.
And putting that back to the way we like. It just has a stock servo, nothing great there. We're going to be putting a Corvette Servo there. I want to go into this one here very good. So I want to make sure I get it all the way to the bottom.
Sounded good.
So it's good to be back. Christmas was really good. I hope everything was good for everybody out there. We're ready for a Happy New Year, for sure. But you can still see the rest of this O-ring still stuck in the groove right here, Trent. See that?
Oh, it's just squared off.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm curious to see why this thing didn't move. It had really nice fluid in it. You know, considering it doesn't smell burnt or anything like that.
What do we think happened in the comments? Let's hear that. I want to hear some of those. We didn't take the pan off, so everybody's gonna get to see the pan for the first time all together.
Ready?
Ready, set. Wow.
Looks pretty clean, doesn't it, guys?
Mm-hmm. For this thing not to move at all.
Got the right filter on it. Kind of see it. I mean, it doesn't look totally plugged up or anything like that. Fluid was flowing out of it. The filter didn't seem to be the problem. You can see here they put a new seal here for the filter. Kind of beat it up just a little bit. It's kind of in there crooked, but it was still sealing. Get our PWM solenoid off here real quick. Always check these seals here, guys. They shrink really bad too. Your kit will come with all of them. This does have a late model pressure control solenoid on it. This is your torque converter clutch solenoid right here. Your main solenoid goes in your pump. You can shake this, make sure it rattles. You can even put a 12-volt battery to it and make it click. To check it that way, volt it out with a voltmeter. Get your park spring off there. Make it where you can see that better, Trent. Like
yeah.
That.
This new camera's awesome. It is sensitive to light.
I don't put much of a head on these bolts right here. It's just there. You got something to grab a hold of. Pull these out of here. Now these 3 pillow switch bolts are longer than any of your other valve body bolts. I mean, you'll have 3 different lengths here. You'll have these, actually 4. These here, these here, these here, and then these 3 here, different lengths too. So, now once you get to these here, they do turn to an 8mm instead of a 10, so. So just know.
They're just
they're
real short shank.
And then they're kind of angled in. They don't give you much to grab. With a good socket, that's a brand new socket.
Right.
You still don't want to grab. Really dirty pillow switch. Can't even see them in there.
New style, but yeah, bad, huh?
Mm-hmm. Like I say, this thing didn't have any codes for anything.
Nope.
We're gonna check all that out before we pull them out. unit we do, that's the very first thing we do, we run a scan on it and then we print it off. That way a customer has a readout of everything that we do or can find wrong with his vehicle. And we'll get in there and see if he modified the PWM valve. And of course they didn't, it's just all stock stuff. So,
Stock stuff.
stock stuff, guys. The thing is, the LS motor, they make 500 horsepower right off the bat. I mean, you don't have to hardly do nothing to them, but the tranny won't hold up. So you got to try to do something with it right off the bat. And they like to program and build the pressures, change all kinds of stuff in the trannies. It works for a while, but it's just a band-aid. So when we go back and put all of our good parts in here, we actually put the computer back to the factory settings and then go from there. So now this does have a plastic forward accumulator piston in it right here. Anytime you put a 500 boost valve in it, like we're going to be doing to this, you want to get rid of all the plastic because we're going to be bumping the pressures up really high on this unit. So you got your forward engagement valve too and spring right beside your forward accumulator piston. So we got a late model EPC, your 2-shift solenoids, your 3-2 downshift solenoid here. Same way, we actually have a tester. We can buzz these at 1 or we can buzz them 100 and watch them work and listen to them and stuff. Let's see here. And we do have a round hole, square hole gasket on the top, and the plate does match, so we're good here. Our check balls have been beat pretty hard on the old plate. Just about every check ball is almost beat through the plate, it looks like. You can just really grab them.
Oh yeah.
The plate's pretty much. When it's that bad, I won't try to repair the plate. If we have one repair on the 3rd accumulator check ball right here, I'll fix it. But if it's got a bunch of them, I'll just get rid of the plate, get another one.
I know we'll probably see that, but while we're looking, did that rip off on the top half, or is that just gone?
Actually, sometimes if you look here, it'll fall this part through here.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's through here.
Gotcha.
See, so it's got a big chamber. They just didn't make the gasket's made that way, not to fall apart. But
yes.
it will fall apart.
But it will.
Like that,
Okay.
yeah.
Just wondering. No, you're good. Just wanted to look at that and see if it ate it or whatever it did. That was a first for me.
So we got your accumulator here. Now we love playing with these things, so we do a lot of modifications for those. Of course, we get the aluminum piston out, and then we're going to be shortening the stroke on the piston too. So we'll actually use these same springs, but we're going to put a different piston in here with a lot longer shank to support it from rocking. A lot better seal around the pin. Look here for any type of damage. Always take Scotch-Brite that up. That makes it look so much better. Puts a little bit of oil in the scratches and lets the rubber seal slide instead of trying to squeak down that shiny surface. So if you do that, your 1-2 shift will be really nice right off the bat. If you don't do that, you can have a slide, bump, bang, all kinds of stuff on your 1-2 shift just because you didn't polish that bore on that accumulator. So that's one of them things you want to write that down. So we do look here, it does have the round hole, square hole gasket on the bottom, so it's right. So we don't have no issues in that respect. So it looks just like a stock tranny so far. I don't see anything hopped up about it. Of course, we'll be blocking this accumulator. We'll be stacking 2 on top and then spacing it about 30 thousandths out. Makes it really nice. least on this gentleman here, he got the right connectors that go in the case. Didn't bust the case like on the last tranny we showed you guys, where they put a standard thread in a metric case and cracked it all the way down. We had to recase it and all that type of stuff. I think you guys remembered that one, that hang out and watch our show all the time. I remember that one for sure.
That one was pretty rough to see that one come back like that.
Yeah. Get the parking stuff out of there. I'm just wanting to get in here and see what's going on. I'm excited. I like going for
Me
the
too.
carnage if I find it.
Well, it's like a mystery solving a murder.
Yeah.
What happened?
But what's crazy is I get to watch 3 episodes a day. So it's like,
That's funny.
then I have to repair them.
Yeah.
So that's well, there we go, guys.
On the carnage.
To where it is. Now, can we say, now, when they put the motor in, did they break the pump? Did they get the converter space different? No matter what you do, if you take one motor out and you put a different one in, your converter spacing is going to be different no matter how you look at it. You always got to check converter spacing. I did a 480E tranny this morning. 6 tabs all the way around. Had to put spacing on every tab to get the converter adjusted right on this 480E tranny. These people from California. So I just haven't seen one yet that you don't have to mess with. So that's a big issue that we're having. Why we don't do carryouts. If you don't know how to space a converter, you don't need to be messing with it, guys. So you can tell here, I mean, just destroyed it.
You wiped out everything, huh? Top and bottom.
Probably so. Take it apart.
Hopefully not, but
I mean, you can imagine sitting back here for 5 hours building this beautiful transmission, and then you hand it to somebody and they take it home and destroy it
in 2 seconds.
in 2 seconds.
Oh, that even broke. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it had something major go off in there.
Yeah, that's a...
Yeah. So we've seen a lot of stuff. This little pin looks brand new. I've got a lip right there.
Oh, I got it.
Just a little bit,
Yeah. Wow.
Spring. Forget your little spring, guys. That's just a used bushing. Like I said, I don't know nothing about this tranny. Got some pretty big dents in here, so
Yeah.
it'll need a pump put in it.
Wow.
Of course, you got your stator. It's beat all to death too.
Yeah.
Like I said, they put this is an LS swap, but I don't know. Well, I'm sure they took the motor off the back of the tranny because it's a brand new motor. It's a really nice motor.
Yeah.
So, but I believe we had converter spacing issues, something to that respect that causes this type of damage. The motor didn't do that, I would think. Now, also, let me get back to this too. Converter spacing, maybe. Tuning, maybe. Yeah, possibly. High line pressure on a used pump. That could be an issue right there too, guys, because, you know, if your converter's spaced right and the pump breaks and you laptop this guy's pressure up so dang tight that when it makes second gear shifts, here we go with breaking the pump. Because me and Trent, we just did a tranny here the other day. I built a really nice tranny in it. When we put it in, the pressures were so high I couldn't even drive it. The pressures were that high before Trent got in there and HP tuned it down to where it would live and stuff like that. So you always can't blame it on a converter spacing, but ours, when we put them in here or we get somebody else, you know, 90% of the time that's what it is. So.
And tell them. I mean, people don't think that these transmissions operate at 200 pounds, but I mean, max line pressure can be,
Yeah.
you know, anywhere between, well, they operate between what, 60 to what's max?
Well, I mean, standard pressure about 180 pounds.
180 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, you start shift kitting them up, they'll go to 200 plus.
There you go.
So you start putting your boost valves and all that type of stuff in here. If you don't have a gauge to put on them, when you do that, you don't need to mess with them at home.
Yeah.
Because that's where you start swapping stuff up, you start getting in trouble. Look from a little
Because I was talking to a guy the other day telling him about how high pressures are on transmissions, and he just couldn't believe it that they operate like that.
Now this drum looks stainy, it doesn't have no marks, it's just all stained. You want to make sure it's flat all the way across. Go over here real quick.
I got a flashlight.
That looks really nice. Let's say you want to check it about 4 spots.
Really? Go take your finger off.
I mean, you want to look at
Yeah.
it, see that little bit of bow.
Just barely.
But that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough right there, guys.
Yeah.
Just that you seen that lock coming under there. Let me slide it out. Even if I slide it out, it stays there.
Yeah.
So it's not so much high on this side. It's a bow in the middle. That's what's great. With these stock bands, you can bump the pressure up so much that you can physically squeeze the drum in the middle, right here, and bow it. So
That's amazing. That's what's amazing.
You can do it because of the boost valves and stuff, and then your laptop, and everybody's a programmer now, so they get in there and try to Band-Aid fix the stock tranny to hold up to 500 horsepower, and here's where we have pump breakage and stuff like that. So
I could see that. I could see that.
let's see, reverse clutch. Say it's not new, it's got a lot of miles on it, pretty high mileage. You know, some of these had brass bushings, some of them didn't from the factory, so it's hard to say anymore
Right.
what it's got. But now you can come here and look at these clutches here, guys. They're almost totally stripped. A quarter of the teeth is totally gone.
Oh man, yeah, sure.
That does have the load springs in it. I can see the springy part of the backing plate right here.
Yes, sir.
But you can see that 3/4 clutch is almost totally gone.
Definitely been used and abused.
Mm-hmm. Load springs are pretty short. I like to say I keep new ones over there. I can put them up and check them just to verify, because you want to get the tallest ones you can get put in there. If they're flat with this body, they're no good. With this body right here, if they're sticking down flat like that, that load spring's no good. This backing plate right here, anytime we use an Alto 14 clutch pack, you have to have this backing plate. The Z-Packs comes with everything, but the Alto does not. You have to have a good backing plate, so just remember that. And 90% of these are no good. This one here is already bowed inward towards the center, so it cannot be used with an Alto clutch pack. So just remember that too. If that's what you order, you're gonna have to have one of them. Don't think, if you don't have no third gear, then that plate's no good. And 90% of them, that plate's no good. So that's another reason why we put the Z-Packs in there too. It keeps us from having to buy that plate. You know, it's just, right now times are pretty hard on getting parts, so we're really searching out to get all the good parts that we can get. Here, you want to check, make sure that's good. That's your forward clutch and your engine brake clutch. Just really tired.
Old, yep.
Yeah, just old and tired.
I like how you say that, tired.
Old and tired. Yeah, we all get that way sometimes. Look at this forward sprag assembly. Just a standard stock GM sprag, single cage. Got the brass washers on it. This side's always going to be good. It's always wears this side here on here and wears it out. This has got some grooving.
You can see it.
You can see it right there, see? So it'll take this washer out right here.
I mean, it's amazing how that brass washer would just eat
That
out of that.
metal up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But this sprag inner race looks really nice.
Nice.
No chattering. Look on both sides of your sun gear for any pitting. Scotch-Brite that up really nice.
Scotch-Brite is your friend.
Yes, sir. Same way with here. This looks really nice. No chatter marks, no wear. Just Scotch-Brite that up. Look really nice.
Sweet.
Now here's your stock band, guys. 500 took it out pretty quick.
She was on its leg.
It was on its leg.
Wow.
The pump broke so fast that the pump didn't cause this failure on this band. I believe it's more tuning, probably high pressure type stuff is what really knocked that pump out, I think.
It's amazing what you can do with a little bit of tuning, but I'm telling you, once they're done, they're done. And you can almost create more damage as, like he's talking here. So it's worth not even doing it. You can only go so far before they have to be built.
Find that light in here, Trent?
Oh, yes, sir.
I can't see it. See it right there?
Bottom left, I think. Yeah, it's gray. It's just metal color.
Yeah, that's why it's a different color.
I think it's the bottom left, isn't it?
No, it's up here on the top.
Oh, is it the top?
Yeah, the top.
Oh, see, so I was wrong.
Oh, I got the wrong pliers. That's
Oh,
well, I broke them. That's
oh,
why.
gotcha.
Yeah, my broken ones.
Oh, I hear a thumper out there. Dump, dump, dump.
Yeah, somebody's at the red light. We have a red light out in front of our shop right here that people like to run up and down all the time. There we go.
Like a 3rd Street, Main Street.
Yeah. Everybody knows what we do around here.
Yep.
Now it does have a roller bearing hub here. Just like that, but we can check and see if it's wore out. Most of them are wore out right through there. See if I can get this out of there. Right
Oh, that's dangerous.
there. Yeah, that's.
Don't try that at home.
Yeah, it looks a little dangerous. But most of these wear through here now. See how that hub's wore out right through here. All
Yeah.
the teeth are starting to strip.
Yes, sir.
And you kind of look at what a brand new one looks like. And then with the new bearing.
Spent that money on hardening the top. They forgot about the bottom.
Yeah. I never had an issue here until they upgraded it. And
Huh. That's crazy.
Got your forward planet. Look for any type of wobbling. Any thrust washer wear, any up and down. Any pin darkening, any type of purple look on the pins. Where your bushing runs here. Make sure that surface is good. Scotch-Brite it up really good.
The metal's everywhere. It just flakes.
Mm-hmm. Now this doesn't even have a hardened shell in it. Just a stock shell. So do a little upgrading there. Get your sun gear out for the lower planet. You're gonna look for any wear here too on both sides. Looks really nice. Put your new bushing in here. always pull out is my anti-clunk spring for my support. And my bearing. Okay, Bart, look at this. Look at all these teeth, really good, guys, because I missed one the other day, and when I was cleaning it up, I found it. So it's
Tooth missing?
Yeah, tooth missing. Remember I showed you?
Oh, yeah.
So I say we miss a lot of stuff when we tear these trannies down, but when we go back and clean them, is when we find a lot of things that we miss. So
Yes, sir.
same way with these planets, you want to check these gears for any type of wobbling. These are really bad. I'll get 3 tight and 1 will wobble. See that?
Mm-hmm.
See, tight, tight, tight.
A little bit more than
Just
the
barely.
others, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's just barely. So once I clean it up and get all the fluid out and get it dry, you'll really even tell even more if you got any wear in that pin and that bearing right there. So that gear. And we'll be taking the wave out here because we want this thing to have a really nice shift. It will firm up reverse a little bit, but we're putting a 3000 stall in this thing, so it doesn't matter. So, you can see the low reverse clutches are just about gone anyway here.
Oh, yep, they're black.
Yeah. This lower slide assembly. Remember, if you're changing any of these parts out, always check this ledge right here. They make 2 different thicknesses. Look at your race here. Looks really nice. Scotch Brite it up. So, well, Kansas, we're gonna get you guys fixed up and get you a really nice tranny built up for you. Get your truck really hauling. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. A New Year's coming. Hopefully we can get another video in for you guys before the New Year's. We'll see how it goes. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all subscribe. Don't forget to do that. So y'all definitely stay tuned. Have a great day.